FFL Fans, Lay here, and today I'm gonna be talking about the problems of the Philippine culture. Yeah, so the fabric of Philippine culture is rich, vibrant, and deeply rooted in community, faith, and resilience. However, in our rapidly globalizing and digital-centric modern landscape, our cultural identity faces distinct issues, challenges, and system problems. Understanding how these pressures reshape our societal values and recognizing how the youth can actively steer the narrative is crucial to keep our identity alive. So, number one is major issues and challenges facing Philippine culture. So, modernization and global integration bring undeniable economic benefits, but they also apply intense pressure to local cultural foundations. So, global homogenization and modern colonial mentality. So, the historical preference for foreign standards has evolved. So, today it manifests digitally. So, the saturation of global media platforms often causes younger generations to prioritize international pop culture, aesthetics, and foreign languages over local arts, history, and regional dialects. While local media tries to copy Western or East Asian entertainment formulas, instead of highlighting Filipino narratives, our unique local storytelling as risks becoming diluted. So the erosion of bayanihan and traditional values. So the core Filipino ethos of bayanihan, communal unity and cooperation, and deep family-centeredness faces friction from hyper-individualism, which is often amplified by modern digital spaces and rapid urbanization. While economic growth is vital, urban life can inadvertently foster a mindset of self-preservation or kanya-kanya, each of their own syndrome. Overshadowing our traditional collective spirit. So the marginalization of indigenous knowledge and crafts. So traditional Philippine practices, ranging from the intricate weaving or the inabel or tinala or to indigenous farming and storytelling, faces severe economic and systemic challenges. Small local and cultural enterprises find it incredibly difficult to complete this cheap mass produce imports. As a result, younger generations within these indigenous and rural communities often look for opportunities elsewhere, leaving centuries-old crafts vulnerable to dying out. So number two is cultural impact, the ripple effect. The challenges facing our heritage, alter we interact, create, and view ourselves as a people. So systemic challenges, we got cultural impact, global digital saturation, language shift, loss of dialects, economic mass production, decline of traditional crafts and MSMEs, hyper-individualism, trade on community-centric values. So language displacement. So many regional languages and traditional dialects are experiencing a decline in daily use of urban testers adapt English and standardized Filipino. Language is primarily vessel of culture when a dialect fades. Unique concepts and oral histories fade with it. So the struggling creative economies. Local artisans, independent artists, and cultural micro businesses struggle to find sustainable markets. Without financial viability, traditional artistry transforms into a thriving livelihood into a forgotten hobby. So, identity fragmentation. Striking a balance between global citizenship and local identity is tough. Without a strong cultural anchor, the youth can experience a form of identity displacement, feeling disconnected from their roots while navigating a highly globalized digital world. So number three is the crucial role of youth in preserving Philippine culture. So we present of a massive tech-savvy demographic. We aren't just passive consumers of culture. We are its active creators and creators. Preserving our heritage does not mean freezing the past. It means dynamically integrating it into our modern lives. So, reimagining heritage through content art. The youth can bridge the gap between tradition and modernity by utilizing digital skills, creative writing, script writing, and digital illustration. Young creators can reinterpret classic folklore, historical narratives, and local cultural elements into fresh formats like animation, webcomics, indie games, and music. Infusing modern media with a distinctly Filipino soul makes heritage relatable to the global audience. Supporting local entrepreneurs and artisans. We can combat colonial mentality through intentional, conscious consumerism, choosing to buy locally made goods, promoting regional culinary traditions like native snacks, street foods, and artisanal ice candies, and advocating for homegrown brands helps keep the global economy alive. Using social media platforms to tell the stories of local makers gives this traditional crafts the visibility they deserve. Promoting cultural pride digitally. Every time a young person uses social media to highlight a local tradition, highlight regional tourism, or show local art, they can act as an organic cultural ambassador, shifting the algorithm toward Filipino identity, keeping the language community spirit alive. Preservation begins at home and within RP groups, actively practicing and speaking regional languages, uh, respecting our elders through traditional values, and volunteering in community-driven initiatives ensures that the spirit of Bayanihan stays alive. The youth can leverage digital networks to organize real-world disaster relief, community pantries, and peer monitoring programs, proving that our core cultural values can thrive in a digital world. Through deliberate choices in what we can create, buy, and stay, the youth can ensure that the Philippine culture remains a living, breathing identity that honors its past while confidently stepping into the future. So that's all for now, FFL fans. So hope you all like it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is me signing off. Bye, FFL fans.